Assalamu alaikum, this is Maria Zulfikar welcoming you all to the English news from BTV Chattogram. Let's begin with the headlines. Nation set to pay glowing tributes to language martyrs tomorrow, marking Shohid Dibosh and International Mother Language Day with spirit of 24 mass uprising. Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus hands over Ekushe Padak 2025 to 17 distinguished individuals and Bangladesh women's national football team in recognition of important contributions in various fields. International Crimes Tribunal fixed April 28 for submitting investigation report against 8 persons of law enforcement agencies in case filed on charges of mass killings in July-August. Government take initiatives including reducing tariffs and monitoring market to ensure adequate supply of essential commodities during holy month of Ramadan. Reconstruction efforts in Gaza require more than $50 billion. An India chasing target of 229 set by Bangladesh in ICC Champions Trophy at Dubai International Cricket Stadium. Viewers, those were the headlines. Now moving on to the details. Tomorrow is the Great Martyr Day and the International Mother Language Day. The day will mark 73 years into the movement for mother language. This year, the Martyr Day will be observed in Bangladesh with the spirit of 2024 mass uprising which freed the country from fascism. On this occasion, the interim government was taken elaborate programs. The programs for the Ekushe will start through placing wreaths at the central Shohid Minar at 12:01 at night. In addition, putting on black badges and paying homage at the graves of the martyrs at Azimpur with processions early in the morning will also mark the day. Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus has handed over the Ekushe Padak 2025 to 17 distinguished individuals and the Bangladesh women's national football team in recognition of their important contributions in various fields. He handed over the awards to the recipients at a ceremony at the Osmani Memorial Auditorium in the capital today. This year, the award was given posthumously to Azizur Rahman in the field of film. In music, the recipients were Ustad Nirad Baron Borwa posthumous and Firdos Ara. In photography, Nasir Ali Mamun was recognized and in painting, Rokia Sultana received the award. In journalism, Mahfuzullah posthumous and Mahbubur Rahman received the award in the field of journalism and human rights. Moidul Hassan was recognized for research while Dr. Shahidul Alam was honored for his work in culture and education. Dr. Niazaman was conferred the award for his contribution to the education sector while Muhammad Yusuf Chaudhry was honored posthumously for social service. In language and literature, posthumous awards were given to Hilal Hafiz and Shahidul Jahir. In science and technology, the award went to Mehdi Hassan Khan as the team leader along with Rifat Nabi, Muhammad Tanwin Islam Siam and Shabab Mustafa as team members for their creation of Rookie Board. The whole Bangladesh national women's football team received the prestigious award in the field of sports. Speaking on the occasion as a chief guest, Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus said, "The country's young generation wants to lead the world apart from building a new Bangladesh." Congratulating the Ekushe Padak winners, he said the nation is particularly grateful to the recipients as they were the guides of the nation. About the significance of Omar Ekushe, the chief advisor said, amid the changing circumstances in the country, this year's Omar Ekushe has come before all with a new significance.
আপনাদের অবদানের জন্য জাতি বিশেষভাবে কৃতজ্ঞ। আপনারা জাতির পথ প্রদর্শক। আপনাদের অবদানে উদ্বুদ্ধ হয়ে জাতি দৃঢ় বিশ্বাসে জাতিপুঞ্জের মজলিসে ক্রমাগতভাবে উন্নততর অবস্থানে নিজেকে প্রতিষ্ঠিত করবে। গত বছরের 5ই আগস্ট ছাত্র শ্রমিক জনতার অভ্যুত্থানের মধ্য দিয়ে আমরা পেয়েছি এক নতুন বাংলাদেশ। এই বিজয়ের মধ্য দিয়ে সুযোগ এসছে এই নতুন বাংলাদেশ নির্মাণের। আমরা এখন অতীতের যে কোনো সময়ের চাইতে বেশি শক্তিশালী, উদ্যমী এবং সৃজনশীল। আমাদের তরুণ প্রজন্মের স্বপ্ন অতীতের যে কোনো প্রজন্মের স্বপ্নের চাইতে দুঃসাহসী। তারা যেমন নতুন বাংলাদেশ সৃষ্টি করতে চায়, তেমনি একই আত্মবিশ্বাসে নতুন পৃথিবীর সৃষ্টি করতে চায়। দেশের পরিবর্তিত পরিস্থিতিতে এবারের অমর একুশে নতুন তাৎপর্য নিয়ে আমাদের সামনে উপস্থিত হয়েছে। 21শে ফেব্রুয়ারি আমাদের আত্মপরিচয়ের অবিনাশী স্মারক। আমাদের স্বাধিকার চেতনার গান প্রবাহ 21শে ফেব্রুয়ারি। 1952 সালের এই ফেব্রুয়ারি মাসেই রাষ্ট্রভাষা প্রশ্নে পাকিস্তানি শাসকদের চাপিয়ে দেওয়া অন্যায় সিদ্ধান্তের প্রতিবাদে রুখে দাঁড়িয়েছিল ছাত্র সমাজ।
Cultural Affairs Advisor Mustafa Faruqi presided over the function, while Cabinet Secretary Dr. Sheikh Abdul Rashid conducted the program and Cultural Affairs Secretary routine duties. Additional Secretary Muhammad Mufidur Rahman gave a welcome address. Ekushe Padak recipients also expressed their feelings at the event. The International Crimes Tribunal has fixed April 28 for submitting investigation report against 8 persons of law enforcement agencies, including former Inspector General of Police Abdullah Al Mamun and former Director General of NTMC Major General retired Ziaul Ahsan in a case filed on charges of mass killings in July-August. The court granted 1 day for grilling former IGP Chaudhry Abdullah Al Mamun on charges of firing from helicopters to stop the movement. The 3-member International Crimes Tribunal, led by its chairman Justice Ghulam Murtuza Muzumdar, gave the order today. Meanwhile, on the same day, the court gave 3 months' time to complete investigation against former RAB officials Mohiuddin Faruqi and Alipuddin on charges of their involvement in enforced disappearances during the fallen Awami League government. The tribunal granted 1 day for interrogating Alipuddin by the investigation agency. Later, Chief Prosecutor Tajul Islam briefed journalists. Religious advisor AFM Khalid Hussain said there is no benefit in performing Hajj with money earned through dishonest means. He made this comment at the inaugural ceremony of training of Hajj trainer at the Ashkona Hajj office today. Secretary AKM Aftab Hussain delivered a keynote speech at the ceremony chaired by Additional Secretary of the Ministry of Religious Affairs Muhammad Motiul Islam. Calling for proper training of Hajj pilgrims in the light of the knowledge gained by the trainees, the advisor said that this training will make it easier for Hajj pilgrims to perform Hajj. He said there is no alternative to training in religious and related subjects to perform Hajj properly. The government has taken various initiatives, including reducing tariffs and monitoring the market to ensure an adequate supply of essential commodities during holy month of Ramadan. These measures have had a positive impact on the kitchen market. In January and the first week of February, the amount of essential goods imported is equal to the entire demand for the month of Ramadan. Even the demand for some products during Ramadan has been surpassed surpassed by imports. According to the Bangladesh Trade and Tariff Commission, Bangladesh imported nearly 4 lakh tons of soybean and palm oil in the first 29 days of January. The sum is almost the same as what is needed during Ramadan. Approximately 1 lakh tons of chickpeas are needed during Ramadan. Against the demand, 93,000 tons of chickpeas have been imported in January. On the other hand, 85% lentil against the demand has already been imported in the country. At the markets, the cost of a kilogram of lentils has been lowered from 10 to 15 taka. Importers said the supply of essential commodities will increase more in February. After the political changeover, the interim government has taken various initiatives to break the syndicate in the markets. Positive effects have resulted from these initiatives. However, market concerned want market monitoring system during the Ramadan to prevent the unusual price hike of the daily necessities. The Appellate Division of the Supreme Court has ordered the appointment of 1,137 candidates who were disallowed to join jobs through the 27th BCS about 17 years back. A five-member bench headed by Chief Justice Dr. Syed Rifat Ahmed delivered the verdict after hearing three separate petitions in this regard. Defense lawyer Salahuddin Dolan said that following the verdict, the candidates will be able to join the job with appropriate seniority. The court also ordered to take them in within 90 days, he said. Additional Attorney General Onik R. Hawk represented the state and lawyer Muhammad Khaliquzzaman stood for the Public Service Commission during the hearing in the court. Now, international news. Reconstruction efforts in Gaza will require more than $50 billion after 15 months of Israel's devastating war, according to a new assessment by the United Nations, the European Union, and the World Bank. The figures come as Arab countries continue to scramble to find a viable recovery plan as an alternative to the mass displacement of the Palestinian enclave's 2 million residents proposed by United States President Donald Trump. The Gaza and West Bank Interim Rapid Damage and Needs Assessment published on Tuesday calculated that Israel's war on Gaza caused $49 billion in destruction between October 8, 2023 and October 8, 2024. Researchers concluded that $53.2 billion is now needed for the recovery and reconstruction of the Palestinian territory over the next 10 years, with about $20 billion of the full amount required in the first 3 years alone. Funding will require a broad coalition of donors, diverse financing instruments, private sector resources, and significant improvements in the delivery of reconstruction materials to Gaza in the post-conflict period, the joint report states. U.S. President Donald Trump called Ukrainian leader Volodymyr Zelensky a dictator Wednesday, widening a personal rift with major implications for efforts to end the conflict triggered by Russia's invasion 3 years ago. The United States had provided funding and arms to Ukraine, but in an abrupt policy shift since coming to power, Trump has opened talks with Moscow. A dictator without elections, Zelensky better move fast or he is not going to have a country left, Trump wrote on his Truth Social platform of the Ukrainian leader, whose 5-year term expired last year. Ukrainian law does not require elections during wartime. On Tuesday, Trump held a press conference in which he criticized Zelensky, repeated several Kremlin narratives about the conflict, and called for an end to the war. Zelensky, in turn, accused Trump of succumbing to Russian disinformation, including Trump blaming of Kiev for having started the war and echoing Kremlin questions over Zelensky Zelensky's legitimacy. Zelensky was elected in 2019 for a 5-year term but has remained leader under martial law imposed following the Russian invasion.